Hello people of the internet, my name is Nihill. Those of you that don't know, I have a lot of Irish descent in my history and I love beer. So today I'm going to be reacting to a video entitled St. Patrick's Day History - Beer History. From what I understand, I guess this is a video about the history of drinking beer on St. Patrick's Day. I love to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. I love to drink beer, so hopefully this will be a cool video to react to. So let's get right started and react to this video.
Top of the morning to you there, beer nerds. Today on Beer by the Numbers, we examine how one patron saint celebration day turned into a day for drinkers everywhere.
Nice. St. Patrick's Day History, Beer by the Numbers. I guess this whole channel is supposed to be about beer, so
there, beer nerds.
I might have to start following this channel.
St. Patrick began as a humble Christian missionary to Ireland, but somehow his legend became an excuse for millions around the world to get plastered on whiskey and Irish shots. Today on Beer by the Numbers, we examine how the death of a single missionary turned into a celebration of all things Irish. If you're excited for St. Patrick's Day this year,
yes I am.
Give that like button a click below. Let's get started. Since we're more focused on the evolution of St. Patrick's Day celebrations themselves, here's just a quick summary of St. Patrick's life. Patrick was born in the 4th century AD, son to the Roman-British officer Calpurnius. As a boy, a band of pirates kidnapped Patrick from the south of Wales and
I believe it was the 5th century, not the 4th century. I have to look that up.
It said after 6 years in slavery, he had a dream from God that guided him to the ship that allowed him to escape to Britain and eventually to France, where he studied under Saint Germain. After 12 years in training and with the Pope's blessing, he was sent to Ireland as a missionary, where he traveled around the countryside, winning converts and establishing monasteries. By the time he died in the year 461, Ireland was well on its way to being a Catholic nation. Interestingly, because the Catholic Church initialized sainthood at the regional level for hundreds of years, St. Patrick was never formally canonized by a pope. However, he was granted a feast day in the 17th century to commemorate his day of death,
March 17th.
But St. Patrick's Day was celebrated long before the 17th century. St. Patrick's feast day, as a kind of national day, was already being celebrated by the Irish in Europe in the 9th and 10th centuries. In later times, he became more widely seen as the patron of Ireland, and as such, in 1903, St. Patrick's Day became an official public holiday in Ireland. This was thanks to the Bank Holiday Act, introduced by Irish Member of Parliament James O'Mara. O'Mara later introduced the law which required public houses to be shut on March 17th after the drinking got out of hand, a provision that was repealed, thankfully, in the 1970s. And thank you so much for that. I want to drink Guinness well into April. The first St. Patrick's Day parade in Ireland was held in Waterford in 1903. The week of St. Patrick's Day, 1903, had been declared Irish Language Week by the Gaelic League in Waterford, and they opted to have a procession on Sunday, March 15th. The procession comprised the mayor and members of the Waterford Corporation, the trades halls, and various different trade unions, and 2 bands. Outside of Ireland, many nations with sizable Irish immigrants.
Lots of Irish immigrants in the United States.
St. Patrick's Day, while not a legal holiday in the United States, is nonetheless widely recognized and observed throughout the country.
It should be a legal holiday.
Celebration of Irish and Irish American culture. Celebrations include prominent displays of the color green. Seriously though, half the rivers and beer in this country get dyed green. It's just a little.
That can't be good for the environment, can it?
The day also features religious celebration and copious amounts of alcohol, sometimes at the same time.
Oh God!
One of the longest running and largest St. Patrick's Day parades in North America occurs each year in Montreal, whose city flag includes a shamrock in its lower right quadrant. Fun fact. The yearly celebration has been organized by the United Irish Societies of Montreal since 1929. The parade has been held yearly without interruption since 1824. St. Patrick's Day itself, however, has been celebrated in Montreal since as far back as 1759 by Irish soldiers in the Montreal garrison following the British conquest of New France. In Buenos Aires, A party is held in the downtown street of Reconquista, where there are several Irish pubs.
I've been to that pub.
50,000 people packed in the street.
And yes, I will be celebrating St. Patrick's Day here in Buenos Aires.
Church, nor the
but not there. I'm going to go to a different bar.
To be the 5th largest in the world outside Ireland, take part in the organization of these parties. That's right, this might be the most pure excuse to drink out of all the St. Patrick's Day celebrations I've found. The tiny island of Montserrat is known as the Emerald Island of the Caribbean because its founding by Irish refugees from St. Kitts and Nevis. Montserrat is one of the 3 places where St. Patrick's Day is a public holiday, and the holiday in Montserrat also commemorates a failed slave uprising that occurred on the 17th of March, 1768.
Really?
While St. Patrick's Day in Switzerland is commonly celebrated on the 17th of March with festivities similar to those in neighboring Central European countries, it's not unusual for Swiss students to organize celebrations in their own living spaces on St. Patrick's Eve, usually involving a lot, and I mean a lot, of green beer. The first St. Patrick's Day parade took place in Russia in 1992.
Really?
Since 1999, there has been a yearly St. Patrick's Day festival in Moscow.
Even the Russians are celebrating St. Patrick's Day, huh?
The official part of the Moscow parade is a military-style parade that is held in collaboration with the Moscow government and the Irish embassy. St. Patrick's parades are now held in many parts of Japan. The first parade in Tokyo was organized by the Irish Network of Japan.
Did he just stumble that word? Play.
Festival in Moscow and other Russian cities. The official part of the Moscow parade is a military-style parade that is held
they messed up the audio there for a
with the
second.
Moscow government and the Irish embassy. St. Patrick's parades are now held in many parts of Japan. The
oh, happened again!
Was organized by the Irish Network of Japan in 1992. The Irish Association of Korea has celebrated St. Patrick's Day since 1976, in Seoul, the capital city of South Korea. And in Malaysia, the St. Patrick's Society of Selangor, founded in 1925, organizes a yearly St. Patrick's Ball, described as the biggest St. Patrick's Day in Asia. Even the astronauts aboard the International Space Station have celebrated the festival in different ways.
Are they allowed to take beer on the space station?
A 100-year-old flute belonging to Matt Malloy and a tin whistle belonging to Paddy Maloney in 2011. Chris Hadfield took photographs of Ireland from Earth orbit and a picture of himself wearing green clothing in the space station and posted them online on St. Patrick's Day in 2013. He also posted an online recording of himself singing Danny Boy in space.
Oh, that's cool.
In recent decades, St. Patrick's Day celebrations have been criticized, particularly for their association with public drunkenness and disorder. Some argue that the festivities have become too commercialized and tacky, and have strayed far from the original purpose of honoring St. Patrick and Irish heritage. Journalist Nihill has criticized recent attempts to recast St. Patrick's Day as a celebration of multiculturalism rather than the celebration of Irishness. I think I can answer these criticisms with an old Irish poem. There are several good reasons for drinking, and one has just entered my head. If a man can't drink while he's living, then how the hell can he drink when he's dead?
That's good. I like that one.
Patrick's Day. If you enjoyed this video and are excited for the festivities in green, click that like button below. And if you want to be alerted each time we tap a fresh episode of Beer by the Numbers,
he just messed up that one too, didn't he? Alerted. He kind of messed that up a little bit.
Then how the hell can he drink when he's dead? I hope all you beer nerds have a great St. Patrick's Day. If you enjoyed this video and are excited for the festivities in green, click that like button below. And if you want to be alerted each time we tap a fresh episode of Beer by the Numbers, hit that subscribe button. Stay curious, beer nerds, and as Oscar Wilde once said, moderation is a fatal thing. Nothing succeeds like excess.
Okay, so that's me reacting to this video. There's a lot of interesting facts in there, but the guy that filmed it, obviously he wasn't filming himself, he's filming an audio of himself and then other stuff over it. And it seemed like he stumbled on some of the words, so I don't know. To the guy that made this, it's like, I don't know, get better at editing it or enunciating your words. It was a good video, it was an interesting video, and I want you guys to know how many of you people that are watching this video, are you either from Ireland? I don't think there's that many people from Ireland that are watching this video right now. I mean, I know there's a few people, but it's probably less than 1% of the people that follow my channel are from Ireland, but I know there's a lot of Irish immigrants all over the world. Like if your ancestors immigrated from Ireland, you know, let me know in the comments below. So what you guys like to do on St. Patrick's Day? I will be celebrating. I'll be vlogging that day. I'll be at a bar drinking it up with all my other Irish immigrant brethren, or even people that just want to have an excuse to be Irish on St. Patrick's Day and get drunk. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.